You can learn how to code just like everyone else. AI is not going to replace us, and you can learn just as efficiently as everyone else. Now, this is something I think we all need to be told, and this is something that I had to deal with when I was first learning how to code. And recently, some of my friends asked me, I'm only 4 months into learning how to program. They asked me how I started to learn and how I got over the fear of AI. And some of my friends that aren't in a program are warning me, telling me not to get into programming out of fear of AI. Now, I got the I got inspiration to make this quick video on the Primogen's recent video. I'll have it posted right here. And he was talking about how you can learn how to code at any age. There's coding's not restricted to anyone, and that AI isn't going to come to our jobs. And even then, I still had friends of mine saying that they were still scared, which is completely normal. We're always going to be scared to learn new things. We're always scared to try out new stuff, especially something like coding, where you hear all this fear mongering on AI, and you have people like the CEO of NVIDIA talking about how there's no reason to teach our children to learn how to code. And obviously, this even scared me. I was around 3 months into it when that video came out, and I thought about dropping out too. I thought I should learn how to day trade or some shit, but I decided to stick with it. And in that video by Primogen, he mentioned something that stuck with me for like the rest of the day up until now, which is don't look to the side. And what he means by that is don't worry about what other people are doing. Don't worry about what the news is saying. Just focus on yourself. Obviously, stay educated on what's happening in the world, but only you can keep yourself accountable. Only you are going to care enough to keep yourself on track when learning something new, especially when learning how to code. I'm not saying learning how to code is easy. But I'm saying it's doable, and anyone is capable of doing it. You are not the exception, okay? You are just as capable as the guy next to you, and that guy is just as capable as you. There's no limit that we have as individuals that's stopping us from reaching our height, and there's nothing stopping us from dropping everything and just playing games all day. Only you are gonna be able to keep yourself accountable. You're the only one that's gonna care enough to do it, so you're the only one responsible for yourself. It's nice to have friends and stuff that are gonna help motivate you and keep you on track, but they're busy enough worried about yourself. That's part of the reason about starting this channel and having people judge me having my face on it. That everyone is so wrapped up in their own life to care about what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna keep going. Now, motivation is something that we all struggle with. For me, I had a lot of cases in my life where I had to learn to push through it. For a little background on my struggle with motivation, 2 years ago, I want to say I was 220 pounds, and just I want to say 3 months ago, I hit 160 pounds. I'm bulking now, so I'm more like 170 now. But the point is, I didn't stop. Now, don't get me wrong, that attempt of losing weight where I went from 220 to 160, that wasn't in one attempt. That was probably my fifth attempt, starting when I was 12. I'm 18 now. When I was 12, I was probably 180, so I was a really fat fucking kid. But that's my point. You have to stick with it. And no one kept me accountable. My parents probably brought it up a couple of times, but my friends were fine keeping me fat. Obviously, they'll say the occasional comment, but no one is ever going to go out that much out of their way to help you out. They might take you to the gym every once in a while, but no one's going to plan your meals for you. No one's going to plan a routine for you to get in the gym. Only you can keep yourself accountable. Even this attempt with me coding, this isn't my first attempt coding. These last 4 months I've been coding. This is probably like my fifth attempt. I started learning when I was like 13. I probably wrote my first Python script when I was 12, but it was nothing more than just a hello world little input game where you print out the number that you put in. This is my fifth attempt learning how to code. This is my sixth attempt trying to lose weight, and this is my sixth attempt trying to start a YouTube channel. I've been trying to make YouTube videos since I was 9. Okay, but only you are gonna actually want to make yourself achieve what you want to achieve. No one's gonna try to push you for your goals. Everyone's trying to work towards their own goals. This last Spotify project I've been working on, it's some of the most I've had to struggle with motivation. There's so many times I wanted to quit. I wanted to give up on coding, and I thought it wasn't for me. And I pushed through, and I ended up getting it to work. I probably could have structured this video better, but I just wanted to say what I was feeling at the time. I thought of this video like 30 minutes ago on the treadmill. So yeah, hopefully my videos in the future will be a little bit more structured, but I just figured I wanted to say something I was actually feeling. So thank you to these 2 people who've subscribed since the last video, and thank you guys so much for this last video that blew up. Not my last one, but the one before it where I got like 300 views. Thank you guys so much for that. And yeah, I hope you guys stick with me, and I'll see you in the next one.